Well, hello, and what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to attempt to replace the relay inside one of these eco-worthy controllers. What this one did is it failed to return back to flat after it's tilted to the evening sun, and after the sun goes down, then it's supposed to return to flat. It has these little relays in here, and I was able to get some off of eBay. I got 5 of them for $20. So they're really pretty cheap, and it's getting to where these controllers are more and more expensive. So I thought it'd be worth a try to replace this relay, and let's see how it works. It has 6 screws that hold it in, and I'd remove those 6 screws. And this is the east-west, so that's these 2 relays right here, and this is north-south, and that's these 2 relays here. You have 2 little LED lights right here that function, that let you know which relay is being activated, and I believe it's this relay that is no longer making contact on the inside. So anyway, what I'm going to do is remove this relay, and I'm going to try to desolder these pins so it easily comes out. There's a couple of different ways of doing that. There's this little braided wick, and you can put flux on that, hold it there and put the soldering iron on it, and it will draw the solder up this wick and get it off the pins. Or you can use this. This is a desoldering tool. You plug it in, you cock the little vacuum pump, and when it gets hot and melts the solder, you mash the button, and it's supposed to suck the solder up inside this tip. So anyway, I'm going to give that a try, and if I need to do a little touch up, I'll use the little wire rope. All right, my soldering iron is up to temperature. I've locked the little vacuum pump to it. The pins that I'm going to do is this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And the way I determined that was by looking at the relay to figure that out. So anyway, here we go. First one. Well, I'd say that worked pretty well. I was happy with that. Happy with that one. Looking promising. Nice. Good. Okay. All right, let's see if it comes out, if we need to do a little more. Well, I went over it again, and then I kind of messed with these pins. I just kind of moved them back and forth while it was still in the board, and then I was able to pop it off, and it didn't hurt anything on either side. So I've got that relay out. Now what we do is we're going to put our new relay in. Fits in the old pinhole locations nice. And what I'll do now is I'll get my soldering iron and I'll make those connections. All right, so now I have tinned the tip of the soldering iron. I put my soldering paste on these new lugs that I need to solder in. And so we're going to see how well this goes. There's one. There's two. It does better when you kind of load the tip of the soldering iron. And the soldering paste really helps it flow out. And I mean, if you're a real electronic specialist, I mean, this is such a basic thing. But for a little do-it-yourselfer type project, it's not bad at all, really. So I have all my pins are soldered in good. I see one that I'm going to hit one more time. Yeah, that looks better. So anyway, that is all soldered in. So what I'm going to do now is just put it back in its housing, and then I'm going to test it. I have an actuator that I'm going to activate and all that just to confirm that it will work. All right, I've got the circuit board back in the housing. I've got my actuator wires for the west-east. I've got an actuator connected to it. I have a positive and negative lead hooked into the center power terminals. I have a little, what I call my test battery, just keep it hanging around just to test some stuff. And I loop that around. You'll hear it beep, and it'll kind of go through its setup cycle. And once it's gone through all that, I like to just hold my cover up so I can see which buttons to press. I just do a quick press on the set, and then I can do the west. You can see the little LED light burning, I hope. All right, I press the, let's see, that was the west. I'm gonna press the east. You can see the little actuator is working, and the other LED light. So both east and west LED lights are working, and so that's great. That's great. The actuator is functioning as it should, so that tells me that this relay is a success on the replacement. And so if I have a failure sometime in the future, I'll have a good controller to put on the tracker. So anyway, guys, I tell you what, I'm really happy on replacing that little micro relay. It really wasn't much trouble, and I got a pack of 5 from eBay for $20. And it came from China. I had to wait a little while to get it, but it was a lot cheaper to order that pack of 5 than it was to buy them one at a time or something. So anyway, you can repair these circuit boards fairly easy with just a couple of tools. That little solder sucker soldering iron that I had worked great for me. So anyway, I appreciate y'all coming by the shop. This is Rusty Glove Box. Thanks for watching, and I'm out of here.